Hello again. Welcome back. Good progress already this morning. I actually got out here at 10 o'clock instead of late in the day. I'll turn the phone around and show you where I'm at. The bed is off the truck. I did forget one thing. I forgot to disconnect my tail lights. So I kind of yanked the ground wires out. Luckily I had disconnects on everything else. So now the fun begins, especially with the rear of this frame. Trying to figure out where to start. I need to lower that down onto something, yank the fenders off. I'm kind of thinking I'll take a break from that, get the frame squared away with what I need done on it. As you can see, now that the bed's off, there's more clearance on the bottoming out cushions, but that's not important right now because I'm putting my C-notch in here so I have clearance. And as I said before, these plates have all got to get cut, cross members moved. Dug the gas tank out. I want to see about mounting it actually on top of the frame rails instead of down. That way it gives me more air gap between the exhaust and the tank. So yeah, what a chore that was. Old cross member bolt I had to cut the head off of to get the part. And if you look at the cross members for the thing, you can see this one's bent, it's tore. So I gotta see about just ordering a new kit instead of farting around cleaning these up. Thought I had them all unbolted. Still got one hanging, and this one. So anyways, yeah, while I get the bed off, I'll clean the frame back here and get it painted too, and go from there. Oh gosh, it's supposed to be 100 degrees again today. That's another reason why I'm out here early, get started. You can see what a crappy job they did cutting that frame off both sides. There's a piece of steel plate welded inside on both sides, so it must have had a trailer hitch at one time. Alright, now I gotta find something to set that on. Excuse me. Probably set it on those two chairs, put them underneath the sides where the fenders are, go from there. I'd like to stand it up on that end. I don't know if I will, because I don't want it tweaking and racking it more than it did. Yeah, there's the inside of that fender and stuff, so that's all got to get cut out, redone. So, alrighty, I'll come back as I progress and go from there. I don't know what exactly I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit down, cool off, figure out my game plan, and go from there. Alright, be back in a bit. Okay, as you can see, I got the bed off, standing up. One thing I'm doing is show you over here first on the exhaust. You can see this mark and that mark where it was rubbing on the roll pan. So there's one, there's the other. So I'm cutting that section out, and I'll come back in and put a 90-degree bend in there to follow it all the way around, stiffen it back up. This fender was tore a lot worse than I thought. I hammered it back down some. I'm probably gonna have to zip cut it to fix it right. Got the step off of the passenger side. That was a pain because one of the bolts was so tight I couldn't break it free while it was mounted. And then the mounting bolt that goes right there, the hole is stripped and it's a carriage bolt. So I end up sticking a cutoff wheel down in there. Man, it's getting hot in here today. I got the fender marked with the same depth as what that one's cut at, or where it was cut at. Right here, when I welded the new piece in. I also measured the back of the frame to cut it. Measured from here to the center line of the holes. Oh, gee. I'm sweating my butt off in here. I already drank 3 quarts of water, and I refilled my jug. So, got it full of ice. Yeah, just trying to stay hydrated, not overdo it. Just try and stay in the airflow. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm already tired. And it's what, 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock. Got a ways to go yet. Yeah, I want to get that roll pan situated, because that'll add strength back into the bed, keep it from flexing so much. And then I'll move on to taking the fenders off one at a time, and doing the carriage bolts. So, and then I'll do the passenger step. I've got it sitting over on the workbench over there. So, anyways, that's where I'm at now. I don't think you want to watch me cut that out the rest of the way. Excuse me. Thinking when I French in the Packard taillights, putting them as close to the edge over here, maybe 3 or 4 inches in on each side. Let me see. Since I got them sitting over here. Yeah. I'm going to have to reshape the curve on them. Switch hands. Got it upside down. But you can see how much I'm going to have to reshape them and stuff. But they'll be Frenched in anyway, so it's not really going to matter. I'm going to try and get it to where the surface edge, the front edge, leading edge here, is just inside the roll pan. So, yeah. I don't want to have them sunk in more than a 1/2 inch. Is my plan. So, this one I did take grind all the pitting because it was sticking up so sharp edges. You can see I knocked all the sharp edges off, but can't really do anything with it because it's pot metal. So yeah, you can see some of it inside. It just blisters. And that's what I end up grinding off. So, oh well, it is what it is. Just work with what you got. So, all right, got you caught up. I'll come back later. Okay, here's what I did. Cut that out to clearance the exhaust. Bent a 90 and then shaped it around in there. Fully welded it on the outside. Got to go back and sand it. Oh, I missed a spot there. Yeah, I missed a tiny spot. Okay. But I put my straight edge up there and clamped it to hold it straight. So now I should have at least inch-and-a-half clearance. And what I'm thinking is I'll take this piece that I cut out. If I can do this one-handed. And I'll stick it back up inside, like so, and weld it in so it closes it off. But, can't believe I've already drank 1.5 gallons of water today. Been out here, just trying to stay hydrated. I did set up my C-notch that I cut off the F350 frame. That frame was a little wider. I'm going to have to cut that down, narrow it. And I'm going to have to mark a line coming up and over on the insides. But it's not going to set up that high. It's going to actually drop over the frame. That's just going to give it another 2 inches of clearance, maybe 3, once I cut that section out. So, and I discovered this exhaust tip is welded on that way, angled out. This one's a little bit out, not as bad as that one. So I'll come in, I'll cut the spot weld off down here and see if I can't get it tweaked over. As far as gas tank goes, I'm going to cut this off through here, grind these 2 rivets off, both sides, and I'm going to make a little bit of a bridge, so to say, strap that comes up and then down, so it holds the gas tank level, because you can see the frame's got a kick up right there. So I want to have it so it's sitting level. I discovered there's no sending unit in there, so I'm going to have to find out what model or what year Mustang that came out of, so I can order a sending unit. Oh man, that's been a hot and busy day. It's time to get some iced coffee and sit down for a bit. Jeez, can't believe I done all this today, especially getting that bed off and moving it by myself. That's been a chore, but I did it. What else was there? I don't know. Kind of like brain dead now. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up that spot. The reason I want to weld that plate back in on the backside where it's spaced out, so it keeps the stiffness of the roll pan, keeps it from flexing on both sides. So I'll work on that, and I don't know if I'll do it tonight. Kind of running out of steam, and my feet are killing me. So yeah, I'll end this for tonight right here and stuff. So let me see how long these videos are getting, and I may be back tomorrow after my doctor's appointment. Got to go see the surgeon again, another one, for carpal tunnel surgery. So I want the relief, but I'm not looking forward to actually having the surgery done, because I'll be in a sling. He said 8 weeks. I got too much work to do to be in the sling for that long. So, all right. I think that's enough jabbering for now. Yeah. I'll come back tomorrow. Y'all have a good night.